my true self.
Alright, welcome back to Persona 4 Golden. Here we are in mid-November, waiting for Nanako to recover. Hopefully she does. But we still have a lot of social link chores to get to. Now, I ended the most previous part, a very adverse episode that was with the Heaven Dungeon. But at the tail end of that, we got to do social link work. And in the final moments, I said that this part of Persona 4 Golden, I would be revealing some personal stuff as it regards to Persona 4 Golden. So with that in mind, let's get to it. Our first thing that we need to do with this very first day is address the elephant in the room in terms of Yu Narukami's personal life in this playthrough, and that is where the relationship with Ai Ibahara stands after that very awkward previous rank up.
Sure. You know... I'm sorry.
And there you have it. I am no longer in an intimate relationship. I said previously that Ai is actually one of my favorite social links in the game due to the variability of her link. What I mean by that is it's actually complicated to get Ai's social link to end in a permanent relationship. I went with what is referred to as the temporary lovers route. Now, part of the reason I chose that is, for one, I find it very interesting because it's the only social link in the game that can do such a thing, but that's also a similar to what is depicted in Persona 4 the animation, though it's not quite the same. I mean, obviously that's a TV show, so that one ends a bit more comedically than what just happened here, where things obviously end on a very somber note. Another very interesting thing about that social link is in that final dialogue response. I think there was a response that said something like, "We just need time apart." If you pick that, you will break the social link. Completely unrepairable, and Ai's social link ends at rank 9. You'll get the rank up, but at that point it'll break. It's might be the only one you can do it with. I know you can reverse Naoto's, but I don't think you can actually break her social link, but you can definitely break Ai's. So that's what makes it one of my favorites. Just a lot of twists and turns to it. And if you're wondering, well, if you don't know and you're like, well, how do you make her a permanent girlfriend? Is that a thing? Can you do that? Yes. It ties back to actually when we first started dating, that event where she overheard Ko say that he has feelings for Chie. And by the way, if you choose to be on the soccer team instead, Ko is substituted for Daisuke, although Daisuke doesn't have feelings for Chie. Then on that event where she kind of jokes around like, oh, maybe we should go out. If you just say, no, we shouldn't do that, we should stay friends, but you continue to advance the social link, she'll eventually fall in love with you in a more traditional pattern like other girls in the game do, and then on the 10th and final rank up, you can enter a permanent relationship with her. Though I find that to be a bit boring compared to the path that I took. Anyway, that's a very wordy explanation for a minor character, though it is a very cool social link. And now, because of the dialogue options I chose, we'll get a very traditional cap to the Moon social link. So we'll finish this night off by speaking with Kanji. We still got some more interesting social link stuff planned for this part.
What you doing? Yeah. Senpai. Uah! I want you to have this, Senpai. Night.
Okay, so we have a thunderstorm type of day. This is not the deadline, I believe, because this is just a single day of rain. Now, fortunately, we have a thing that we can do that will make this day useful, not let it go to waste. I believe our last raining day actually did go to waste, sadly. So, Central Shopping District. We're actually getting very close to finishing this Fox social link. We're going to be hitting rank 9. So that means we have one quest after this. And it's actually a quest that, believe it or not, we've technically already completed. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But for now, let's just turn this one in. Okay, let's stay in for the night. We can actually make a model. Let's see what this message is first. It's from Rise. Rise, your text lingo leaves a little bit to be desired. Though, let's all remember that this game was originally made in 2008. So let's place something on it. We have a scooter that we finished a while back. The light blue scooter, which I believe is Chie's. Which makes sense given that we're probably going in order here in terms of when the characters join the investigation team. So back out and get to work on this new model. The wait for Nanako to recover continues, and we're back at the social link grind. Now, because we obviously already took care of Nanako and rescuing her out of the TV world, our teammates on the investigation team, those who we haven't completed, are available during this time period. So today we'll spend time with Rise.
What should I have? Heck, maybe our shop should do something like this. How about a gunmo kebab? Or a tofu croquette?
Well, if it isn't Rise-chan.
You're the deputy mayor, right? Good afternoon.
I heard the news. You know, about the upcoming film. You haven't heard yet? You know Kaname, right? Kaname Mashita. They're gonna be filming nearby, right? I hope they stop by Inaba, too. Oh, I know. Why don't you ask?
Kanamin. I don't have anything to do with them anymore.
But wait, how many are coming? We only have small bed and breakfasts around here. Got it! They can stay at the Amagi Inn. All right, I need to go tell that manager guy I was just talking to.
Oh, Rise-chan. Nice to see you.
Inoue-san, what do you want today?
I'm down here scouting film locations, so I thought I'd come see you. I wanted to hear your answer one more time, face to face. Are you sure you're not coming back?
I'm not going back.
I see. Okay, I understand. Well, now I can focus on my new job. I signed up as Kaname Mashita's manager. Remember how we were talking about doing that movie? They picked Kaname as your replacement. We're gonna sell Kaname. I have every confidence she'll be just as popular, no, even more popular than Risette.
I see.
Although Kaname is an ordinary girl, we have to polish her so she sells. But you had that spark. You learned fast, adapted well to new situations, had that smile that could be as strong or weak as you needed. And those acting skills of yours, you were like an old pro. You could have reached heights most girls could never dream of. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. So, I just had to hear it from your own mouth. Well then, goodbye. Stay healthy, okay?
fair? After he made me answer? He never told me any of that when we were still working together. Acting skills? Of course I have them. What the heck? Telling me all that stuff now? It's too late. Hey, why am I crying? There's no reason to cry. There's nothing to be sad about. Nothing. Senpai, I don't know why I'm crying. I can't. My eyes will be all swollen tomorrow. I lost everything. I don't know how, but I lost everything. I'm scared. I'm sad. What's going on? Senpai, please, stay here. Stay by my side. Senpai. 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 I have you. I have the others. I didn't lose everything. There are people who need me, right? I'm going home now. My head's all messed up. I need time to think it all over. About how I feel now. I don't want to lose anything more. Goodbye, Senpai.
And there you have it. I said a long time ago, I believe Chie was the first girl that we got to the point where we had the option to enter an intimate relationship that, unlike in Persona 3, where I held my cards close to the vest because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you're going for a max social league playthrough in that game. You're going to date like 7 girls. This game, you get a little bit more, options for how you want these stories to end. And I said, I get to be as biased as I want to be, and the relationship is in fact Rise. I don't think I hid that very well because after all, I've chosen almost every single flirty response that I could in terms of her social link, in terms of the nighttime conversations you get to have with her. And so I'm probably not surprising anyone who's watched this to this point. Plus, given that situation, I would have felt very bad to not hug Rise in that situation. She's crying her eyes out and just needs someone there for her to just stand there. Kind of a dick move if you're a friend. But consequently, hugging her does cause the relationship to become intimate. Anyway, for tonight, we will continue making a model. Now, obviously, I led into this episode saying that going to learn a little about me in terms of the social links, and obviously that is what I was referring to, was ultimately ending that relationship with I, which is unavoidable as it was. and ultimately entering the intimate relationship with Rise. So let's go into town. Want to go to the central shopping district. We can head over to the shrine because now we can finally accept the 9th and final Fox quest that will lead to the 10th rank of the social link, the hermit social link. Now do you get what I mean when I said we've actually already done the final Fox quest? Why did I go through all that trouble of catching the River Guardian and then the Sea Guardian? Because it ties into the final Fox quest. Now who could have possibly have left this message? Why, none other than the person who already told us that he would have liked to see us catch the Sea Guardian. He kind of put the challenge at our feet, which is why he gave us the fishing rod that's used for sea fishing in the first place. You don't need to teach me everything that you know because I've already done it. And there you have it, the final Fox quest completed. We'll turn it in whenever the time is right. Let's head back to the central shopping district today. Now that's where video game logic kind of falls apart just a little bit, because we caught that fish several weeks ago. So Yu has been carrying around a gigantic dead fish for weeks, and he just pulled it out of his back pocket or something and was like, "Here you go, old man." Okay then, moving on from that, we'll spend our Sunday afternoon with Kanji.
Senpai, yeah! Senpai. Later.
Speaking of big pockets, did you see how many stuffed animals Kanji just whipped out? I swear that was all from like his right pocket. That was crazy. Okay, to the shopping district, and we'll cap off this Sunday evening by spending some time with Yukiko.
Good evening. Yes. Well, I want you to have this. Good night.
Still waiting for Nanako to recover. She is not allowed visitors either, so that's a big snag in terms of what we can do, or rather, perhaps what we would want to do, which is see her. Instead of doing some social link chore today, we'll do something else fun, and that's take a lovely little trip over to the springs with the now girlfriend, Rise. Let's power up that all-out attack one more time.
Oh, senpai. Come on.
Wait a minute. I thought we defeated Namatame. Why are things happening that still improve my battle position? That doesn't make any sense. Well then. You probably already know, but I'm not going to talk about it. That would be very unethical. Alright, let's spend the evening talking with Kanji. His social link event yesterday actually didn't really get us points, so we actually need these bonus points for once.
What you doing? Yeah. Wow. Huh. Whoa! I want you to have this, Senpai. Later.
Why did I have a feeling that that's how that little interaction with Kanji and Kashiwagi was going to end? Let's head downstairs. We're still making progress on our teammates, trying to catch up the first year students on the team, Kanji, Naoto, and Rise up with what we've already done with the second year students, because we've already maxed out Yosuke, Chi, and Yukiko. So we would really, really like to max out the entire investigation team before we enter the next part of the game.
Senpai? Yes.
Ooh boy, isn't this a dilemma? I don't know what to do right now. And that's because my schedule has betrayed me. Or rather, my stupidity has probably betrayed me, because I could have sworn that that should have been a rank up with Naoto. Now, it could be that the most recent event with Naoto, where we actually told her that we like that she's a girl, potentially backfired on me just a little bit. My personal schedule that I have written out for Persona 4, I actually write it in the schedule to not tell her that. Personally, I don't advance Naoto Social Link to being intimate in a private playthrough. So my written response is to say that her gender doesn't matter. That obviously grants points, but ends the possibility that her social link ever becomes intimate. So what's interesting now is that I thought that should have been a rank up. So could it be that the response that actually helps you get to the romantic portion of her social link hurts you in terms of points, and it makes it harder to get the next rank up? That's very strange. If you'll excuse me, and I may have to do a little bit of a cut here if this takes me a while to figure out. I'm going to look through the last few pages of my guide and see if there's any possibility that I missed a event, a non-social link event that could have given me points towards Naoto. Okay, I went through the book that I have, and I could not find an answer. I mean, the last rank up was not that long ago. It's in the same sitting. It was post having rescued Nanako. So that's the only explanation I can think of, is that last social link event, because when I wrote the schedule, I picked the opposite answer. I suppose I got less points because I told her that I like that she's a girl. Very interesting. This actually puts us in a dilemma, because I've been relying on this predetermined schedule for going on 7 months now, or past 7 months actually. And hold on, did I get the right model? Whatever. Yeah, I think we got it. Cool. This is very interesting. I'd feel remiss to just re-record everything that just happened and reload the game. So I think we're going to have to continue on as we are and make adjustments. Now, if you're thinking, well, is this a big problem? Could this prevent you from hitting a max social link playthrough? No, not at all. Not at all. In fact, it's really ridiculous how much free time that I get at the very tail end of the game. I'm talking weeks of absolute nothing in terms of social links, because I wrap them up very quickly. But this does create a inconsistency in the schedule. So to actually max out Naoto prior to the next portion of the game that I referred to, I'm probably going to have to sacrifice a day spent with someone else, like perhaps I, and instead focus on getting that rank up with Naoto to catch up. So that will be a very interesting endeavor, because now the several pages of paper in front of me are not accurate. Very, very interesting. Anywho, I guess we can move on to the thing I had planned for tonight. I've been distracted for the last several minutes by this. It's very baffling. Now, perhaps someone out there knows the answer to this problem. Perhaps confirm whether or not I have correctly guessed why I didn't get that rank up, if it ties to that final response in her last rank up. Very interesting. Alright, let's spend the night with Yosuke, I suppose.
Huh? All right. That's not true. Whoa. You can have this. Night.
Good day.
Oh.
Senpai!
Alright, let's get to the practice building. Though Naoto wants to spend time with us and we obviously have to make up ground, the schedule actually calls for kanji today.
Senpai,
Tell me why you did it after the promise. Still I can, oh baby.
yeah!
Looking so different, learning street life. Happy.
Huh? That's right, punk! Quit it! Hey! Thanks, man. Thanks.
So I could. Man, I am so embarrassed about the whole Naoto mess up thing. Because I feel like I've been pretty reliable in terms of holding down the schedule in Persona 3 and Persona 4. Now, I don't want to paint myself as the Persona master. There are definitely people that are much better at the battle component of these games than I am. In fact, anyone who's seen me fight the bosses could probably be like, oh, you could have done that better, you could have done this better. Yeah, I know, I'm not that great at it. But in terms of the social link schedules in 3 and 4, I feel like I have them pretty much, down. So to make a mistake like this, a little troubling.
Yo! Well, you see... Huh? From me to you. Good night.
Tell me why you did it. Every dream falling apart. Tell me why.
Senpai!
No, Kanji. I don't have time today because I need to make up ground with Naoto. So let's spend the day with her.
Senpai?
Why you did it after the promise? Still I can't. Oh, baby, I need your love. Looking so different, gliding street life.
Yes.
Habit keeps on pounding.
Huh? Let's go. I'll see you again.
Yeah, I could do that, but I don't want to. I'm actually kind of avoiding the hospital given that, what's there? 2 family members that are recovering. Let's keep working on a model. Okay, the rain has started. In a couple days, we will hit what would have been the deadline to save Nanako. Though, you are a bit of a bad big brother if you wait until November 20th to do so. Especially because, as I've said, it interferes with your ability to advance the social links of the investigation team members. So let's go to the shrine. We have our final Fox quest to turn in. Let's do that. Let's get upstairs and keep working on that model that we have. Getting close to getting our 4th scooter. Oh, excuse what I just said. Last night, that was actually our 5th scooter, so we have 2 to put on the shelf. Let's go back into town. Head to the central shopping district. So even though we turned in our final Fox quest, we didn't get the max rank up. That's because you have to go there one more time to get that. So here we are, the conclusion to the Hermit social link. All right, that's the end of the Hermit social link. Let's go outside and head to the shopping district so we can get a new model to work on. So isn't that nice that at the end of it all, the shrine ends up getting super pimped out and it's nice and shiny now. It's very cool, very cool. Get a new model, take a model scooter. I believe this is the final one. All right, just skip through all that. Not that it matters. I think the dialogue only varies very slightly. Let's head back in. Actually, want to get through these last couple of minutes because I'd like to do one final day before we end this part. So let's place something on it. Go down here. Our model scooters. We can place the red scooter. That's Yukiko's. Now place a second scooter right here in the middle. Model scooters. And the pink scooter, which is obviously Risei's. Get back out and get to work on the sixth and final scooter. Here we are, Sunday afternoon. This is November 20th, what would be the final day to rescue Nanako, if you're a dirtbag and you don't do it as soon as possible like you should. But anyway, let's go into town. We actually cannot do anything with the social link right now. And I went to the wrong place. Just out of instinct, I go to the shopping district, but we don't need to do that right now. Now, before we end this part of P4G, what better way to do it than given the theme of this episode and the events that transpired earlier, than to cap our final day off inviting Risei to the movies for a nice date.
Tell me why you did it. Every dream falling apart. Tell me why you did it. After the promise, still again.
Oh, hi!
Baby, I need your love. Looking so sweet, running street light.
Well, see ya!
Habit.
Sorry to make you wait. Let's go, senpai. Awesome! That was fun!
And now, the weather. The week ended on a wet note as rain clouds moved into the area. As a result, a thick fog is expected to form in the Inaba region later tonight.
That was a nice afternoon. Let's save this game. This is the deadline. The fog is about to set in, so we'll go upstairs and check the midnight channel just to be safe. And with tomorrow and with the next part of P4G, the plot will advance.
wish for your heart, but see my truth.